Hello, everyone. I am Melissa Forziat. I'm a keynote speaker. When I speak, my topic is Take the Doughnut. It's another way to say Carpe Diem. Now, every week I do Take the Doughnut interviews with all different types of people about going after opportunity and goals in life and what that really looks like when we try to do it. And then I come on and share what my thoughts were about the conversation or how the conversation came to be. Today, I wanted to share a little bit about the conversation I just had with Jessabelle Thunder, who's a Hall of Fame burlesque performer. And something that really came up in that conversation is this idea that she didn't really have confidence to be on stage when she started out with burlesque. I guess I would assume, like, to me, when I think about what burlesque is, it's like the most vulnerable kind of performance. You're really showing yourself. You're showcasing yourself in a way that I can't imagine most of us would just have all of those skills. And so I guess I kind of assumed like maybe you need to have a certain personality type anyway to get into it. But no, Jess was sharing that it was an activity she started to see if she could build that confidence. So, she went to one class thinking it was one class, and 15 years later, here she is. She's, at the top of her field, and she's, a known entity, and yet still that confidence question came up. So I asked her, when did you have that turning point? When was that moment you went from really not having the confidence to having what you have now? And she was able to pinpoint a performance, a specific performance where up until that point, everything she had done, she did exactly the routine she had planned. She had everything prepared, worked out, and she knew every detail of where everything was supposed to happen. And then there was this one performance where she couldn't do exactly that. She had to go into the crowd and interact more. And it was something that had to happen on the fly because it couldn't be aligned with exactly what she had been working on. So she mentioned that, the performance happened, it worked out. And since that time, she knows she's had that knowledge that she can adapt when she needs to. And it sounds like she's needed to use that quite a lot since then. But successfully handling that challenge gave her the assurance that she needed to be able to move forward with whatever situation would come up in other venues or at other performances. Um, and I really found that not only interesting, but I found that very relatable because as a speaker, I don't know that when I was younger, I particularly liked speaking in front of an audience. But at the point when I started to speak professionally, I also began doing improv for fun, improv comedy. And I think improv actually rewired my brain. The idea that you can get on stage and whatever somebody suggests, you'll find a way to make it work with your words or with your movements, with your actions, with another scene partner. Just the very idea of that, even though it was not the same thing as public speaking in a prepared situation professionally, it absolutely tapped into, I think, what fears I might have had in the past was rooted in. This idea that, ooh, maybe something will happen that I don't know how to handle. But improv showed me that I probably would be able to figure out how to handle it. There would be a way to handle whatever came up and I would work through it. And in fact, in the improv world, like mistakes were celebrated. They were the best part of a scene. So there was this rewiring that happened because I knew that I was capable of adapting. And as different an activity as burlesque seems to me, Jess had the exact same experience. And I think there's really something to that. Knowing that I don't know what's ahead, but I can probably handle it is a really good place of strength to come from when you're performing or kind of doing anything in life. So it was really interesting to see that as specific as we get in these interviews, like Jess is coming from a really particular world, a really particular industry, environment, performance style, and yet like what she said was so relatable to me. So, I hope it resonates for others out there as well. If you haven't had a chance to check out Jess's interview, be sure to do that. She just really was so wonderful at communicating her story and what her journey has been to get to this point. So I hope you enjoy the interview. Go out there, everybody, get inspiration, get donuts. Bye.